What's up, guys? My name is Quadron. I'll be bringing you a series of videos showcasing advanced Dota 2 tips and tricks that many of you might not know. At least that's the idea. I'm primarily making this video for the Dota 2 subreddit, which, if you haven't checked it out and you're a Dota 2 player, you should definitely go check it out. I'm a huge fan. Anyway, I'm making this video because I really want to contribute to the Dota 2 community in general and also to that specific subreddit. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Today we're going to start by talking about Ember Spirit. When I pick Ember Spirit, people frequently tell me that the hero sucks and that I should just pick a better hero. Well, I am here today to tell you that this hero does not suck. The truth is that most of you simply suck at playing him. As can be seen here, he has the second worst win rate, only barely above Io, which is kind of ridiculous. Just for reference and credibility, here's a screenshot of my last 20 games playing Ember Spirit. As you can see, I have won 16 out of 20 of them. I think I have overall around a 61% win rate, but it's just going up constantly because I initially sucked with him, but with practice I got better. So I'm going to be sharing a few tips that I got after playing this a whole bunch. Alright, so first tip is that it is possible to use all of Ember Spirit's abilities while using Sleight of Fist. Now, that may not sound like much. It is actually incredibly game-changing for Ember Spirit once you get used to it. So, well, many of you know you can use Searing Chains while jumping around in Sleight of Fist. Many of you don't know that you can actually activate Flame Guard, throw out Fire Remnants, and jump to your Fire Remnants so that right after you complete Sleight of Fist, you actually jump to your new location for your ultimate. So, for example, you can use this to chase somebody. Let's say you've got an enemy here. I've got three axes set up in front of a nearly dead axe, and you can use those 3 axes to throw out a Fire Remnant that's closer so that something that would normally take 2 Fire Remnant jumps will only take 1. So it allows it to go a lot further, allows your ultimate to go a lot further. Now you can also use this to escape things like Venomous Gale. Here you get Galed, jump to a neutral creep. When normally your ultimate is slowed by the factor of whatever you're slowed by, so that's oftentimes a good way of countering Ember Spirit is by applying slows. This allows him to have some utility in terms of escaping when being slow.
Make for quite a story someday.
Now, timing this is very important. If you jump to your remnant before Sleight of Fist is done, you'll actually jump to your remnant and then jump back to your starting location for Sleight of Fist. So the key is actually to jump to time your remnant so that right as Sleight of Fist is finishing, you actually jump to your ulti location. So I recommend going and practicing against some bots. That'll really help you get this down, get the timing right, so when you get into real game, it'll feel much more natural.
First blood in tower right about now. First blood. 2 5 in a row, and down they all go.
The second tip isn't as game-changing, but you can still find some utility in it. Well, using ultimate form and traveling in like fire mode, you can actually use Searing Chains. Now, I did try to use Sleight of Fist, and it is not possible as far as I can tell. Let me know if you find a way of doing it, but I don't think it is. Alright guys, so the last tip is that Shadow Blade is currently one of the most effective items on Ember Spirit. Now I realize that some of you already know this. There has been a thread about this up on Reddit, and that's how I found out about it. But, so I did some further testing and found out some additional things. So first of all, that 150 bonus damage can stack with the armor reduction of Desolator, as well as the cleave damage of Battle Fury. So, in my opinion, if you're going to be going for Shadow Blade, you're going to want to go for that Deso and then cleave build with Battle Fury, if at all possible. And obviously having a Magnus on your team is pretty fantastic. It'll also stack with that. So, basically, for very, very little money, you can do an insane combo using Shadow Blade. You want to start off with activating your Flame Guard, and then during the Invis fade time, activate Sleight of Fist, so you basically tap Shadow Blade, go into your Sleight of Fist, and then every hero that you attack with your Sleight of Fist will have that 150 bonus damage applied to them. And then you can use your Flame Guard, well invisible, to burn enemy heroes. And then once your 6 seconds is up for Sleight of Fist, right-click with your Shadow Blade to get another 150 bonus damage on top of your normal damage. And then use Sleight of Fist immediately again, and Searing Chains might be up by then as well. And then if you really need to finish off an enemy quickly, also drop in your 3 ulti spirits and jump to them. So that is how you combo with a Shadow Blade properly, and it is an insane amount of damage for Ember Spirit early. And I usually get mana boots as well with this, because otherwise you're just too mana starved to be able to use your full combo often enough. And you just don't even have the mana pool, really, to pull off your full combo until really late game if you don't have mana boots. So the mana boots, I think, are just really needed early game. Anyway, guys, that's it for this video. I really want to make this series driven by the community. So what advanced tips do you know that are kind of obscure that maybe a lot of people don't know about a hero? Post them in the comments below. Let's get talking. And so I want the comments to be just a really interesting place to go to look for tips, as well as a place where I can find new things that I can bring up in the next video. So if I see a comment that you make, I will be sure to mention you and give a little shout out to you for pointing out that awesome tip. Anyway, guys, Quadron signing out, and I will hopefully bring more videos very soon. Don't forget to subscribe if you liked this video or enjoyed it and want to see more like it. So anyway, guys, I will see you guys later. Peace out.